Saturday, 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 down, Saturday, 4th of January 2025, the first show of the new year. I believe it's the first show with the return of Elton John. We were missing a wee bit of Elton, weren't we, guys? Absolutely. Can you get enough sweetness in your life? That's for damn sure, buddy. Anyway, 345,000 viewers here for AEW Collision on TNT, which is just not particularly great, is it, considering last week's? So compared to last week's, it was down 46%. Now, last week's did have a strong lead in from the college football playoff game, but even when you factor that in from the last trailing 4 weeks, it's a down 11%, which, I mean, obviously it's going to be factoring in that episode as well to a wee bit of a lesser amount, but compared to this time last year, they're doing 17%. Doing to this time last year, average rating, they're doing 11%. And then this episode versus last week in the 18 to 49 is also down at 55%. So that's just not good enough, man, at the end of the day. I mean, that's bogging. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. And the 18 to 49 this week is 0.09. Last week's, on the other hand, last week's was 0.20. So, I mean, 0.11. Absolutely insane ratings there, man. I mean, that's bogging. Absolutely bogging. Now, in terms of the graph, Collision last week, obviously, big rating, the highest since, when was it? I think it was the highest since, 2023 at some point, but obviously it was just due to the lead in, so, we've got to be fair. Collision. There's a car alarm's going on outside this hotel, might I add. But yeah, Collision, just not that good at rating, man. I mean, when you look, but it was always going to be the case. It's like, yeah, getting the lead in's good and all that good stuff, but the reality is, when push comes to that shove, the lead in is going to make you look a wee bit weak when you can't replicate the number week after week. And obviously, I mean, anyone with a brain, right, would know this can't happen. It can't happen. It cannot be done. Of course, it can't be done. Alright? It was never ever going to get done. Folks, they're never ever going to replicate the numbers that they did. And I say the numbers that they did, it's not even like the numbers that they did were all that mightily impressive. They really, really weren't. So it is what it is. But let's actually have a look at the YouTube clips. That car alarm keeps going off, and that's seriously doing my tits in. But yeah, the first clip, Mark Briscoe challenges Danny Garcia for the AEW TNT Championship, 118k. So again, not exactly the worst number. You've got to bear in mind this is AEW. I mean, 118k is pretty decent. Jeff Jarrett facing Aaron Solo, 59,000 views. I mean, it's Jeff Jarrett. He should do better, but when you give him Aaron Solo, I mean, what are you expecting? So I take a wee drink of my coffee there. Up and comer Tony Storm takes on former friend Diana Perrazzo, 133,000 viewers in there. Here we go, 24,000 views. Actually, that wasn't even a clip on Dynamite. Anyway, the Dynamite highlights only got 23,000 views, despite being titled Chris Jericho and Rated R superstar Cope get reignited on Collision. What is their gimmick, man, with calling him Cope? It's just not working. That alarm's doing. My daddy's in. Who claimed the 100k prize? Cage vs Commander vs Martin vs Mortaz. 58,000 views. Don't think anyone claimed the 48k. The 100k, sorry. I'm reading the actual episode. The clip rating. Leo Rush and Action Andretti battle Private Party for the Tag Team Championships. 53,000 views. Yeah. But then the highest rated clip on the show, the Learning Tree against Rated FTR for the first time ever, got 317,000 viewers. So yeah, Jericho against Edge on the thumbnail is just worth more than the rest of them. I mean, people can greet, people can cry, but that's just the reality, isn't it, guys, at the end of the day? People, you can say what you want, but the company just sucks, and so does modern wrestling. But at least WWE has actually got people on their show that can draw normal numbers that didn't have to be around for ages ago. But to be fair, I've just clocked the Dynamite clip. I mean, Kenny Omega returning's got 400,000, but again, 400,000, not exactly massive. But then, Edge on Dynamite with Moxley's got 614,000 views, so another decent one. But then another thing, the Rock and Roll Express remember their time in Charlotte, North Carolina, 21,000 views. Why have they done that as their clip and not the actual scene with John Moxley? Where he had them backstage. I mean, the thumbnail of this great video suggests where he had them backstage, tied up and duct taped over the mouth. Don't really understand it, guys, if I'm being brutally honest, but it is what it is. Leave your thoughts down below. AEW Saturday Collision. What did you make it? Because I thought it was pretty bogging, those ratings.